You are now tuned into the sounds of Big Nate Sports Talk. It's on all the time, anytime.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, ink shifts, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got shows, boys feeling like Broadway. Always look both ways, even on a crossway. Driving down Cross Bay, out town Barclays. Really on big things, came up a small way. Championship rings, baby, that's a ball game. Oh, she want a little bag, baby, that's small change. Yeah, that money talk. If we ain't cool, then cut me off.
You are now tuned in to Big Nate Sports Talk, the show that's on all the time, anytime. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all content. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Nathan Snell. Bring your sports game with Big Nate Sports Talk.
Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host, Nathan Snell of Big Nate Sports Talk Podcast. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe. Hope you're having a great week so far. This is episode 4, season 14 of Big Nate Sports Talk Podcast. In this episode, we are previewing the number 8 Maryland Terrapins men playing those West Virginia Mountaineers. They're playing tomorrow in round 1, a plethora of round 1 games tomorrow. Before we get into that, there's a few things I'd like to say up front. Tomorrow, the Lady Terrapins have a press conference. I've got the media credentials for them to cover them. So check out my content on runsportsblog.com. Also, they play Friday, so that game starts at 12. Also, to be on the lookout for the WNBA Mock Draft 2.0, NFL Mock Draft 2.0. I'm hoping to have those videos out tomorrow as well, so be on the lookout for those videos. Friday in the weekend, we're still going to recap some of the March Madness games, but we're also going to have some NFL free agency offseason reviews so far. Those will be, but after see more of it, obviously consider hitting that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. Thank you for the support you're giving me in this channel. March Madness first round starts tomorrow. I'm excited. Got a plethora of games other than Maryland, West Virginia. You got Fulham, Virginia, U State, Missouri, Alabama, Texas A&M, Arkansas, Oral Roberts versus Duke. A plethora of great games. But I want to focus on Maryland because this is a team that most people didn't even have making March Madness. I think most everyone had us dead last in their preseason rankings. And we got the number 8 seed in the Birmingham region. So the winner of this game will win the game between Texas A&M and Alabama. Couple things I think we can understand. This Maryland team has been interesting to watch. You don't know what Maryland team you're going to get. We're a better home team than a road team. We finished well at home. On the road, we're terrible. I think when you look at the stats, I think we finished like the 13th best offense at home. And I think we were like 26th in efficiency. On the road, we were 2-9. especially against conference opponents, and then 5-11 combined. That's just not going to help. To me, I think that's going to be interesting to see what Maryland team shows up today. But also to look at some of the games West Virginia's played. They're not the strongest road team either. I believe they're 6-10 on the road and at neutral site games. They did have the fifth toughest schedule on this season, but they did beat Iowa State, they did beat Texas Tech, and Pittsburgh. So I definitely think in this environment for Maryland, you have to stay composed, you have to stay ready. For me, when I look at, I think the keys to success, I think it starts with the offense. I think the offense has to dictate the game. Defensively, I know what Maryland's going to do. I'm kind of curious to see what it look like defensively, but I want to start with I want to focus on West Virginia a little bit. They have a balanced offense when it comes to scoring. They average about almost 75 points a game. They have a great rebounding team, and this group is pretty much they're veterans. They have a balanced attack. The ball can come from anywhere. They got a couple forwards, a couple guards that are like in their fifth year, they're senior. They got a couple fifth-year guards. They got a couple seniors, and they got size. That's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how West Virginia's size affects Maryland. Defensively, they're not strong in some aspects of skills, like when it comes to making cuts, which is kind of be interesting. I'm kind of curious how Maryland does off the ball movement, because that's, to me, I think when you move without the ball, that's going to be very interesting. For me, again, it comes down to the offense. Other than Jameer Young, Hakeem Hart, Dante Scott, they got to show up. They have to show up. I know Jameer Young's going to do his thing. I know he, as a ball handler, particularly in the pick and roll, there's going to be a lot he's going to do out there. But I'm curious to see how the Mountaineers defensively are going to take. They're going to take something away, and there's going to have to be some adjustments. Watching them in the Big Ten tournament, the one thing that bothers me is just the physicality. That didn't just bother Young, that bothered some other players as well. And you just have to be aggressive. West Virginia has a very, very interesting, when it's this balanced scoring that also comes in transition. I think it's going to be interesting to see how our defense looks in the transition, because especially looking at the stats in the Big 12, they're fourth in offensive rebounds, and particularly against Big Ten opponents, we lack in that area. So we're really going to have to be focused on crashing the boards, boxing out, and just bringing all types of energy. That's going to have to be the key. But also, too, it's going to be a hostile environment. You have to stay composed. You can't let the one play mess you up. You have to move on to the next play. And also, too, for some, this might be new for them. There's going to be some nerves. I get that. But understand this is a moment that everyone should take in. Nobody expected Maryland to get here. Nobody did. And, I mean, yes, offensively, we could be a lot better. But I think it's going to be our defense. And for me, this game could go either way. It's going to come down to a couple of things. How Maryland takes care of the ball and making shots. If those things don't happen, it's going to be a long game. West Virginia is a good team, but I don't think it's not a team where I would go, yeah, I fear those guys. Yeah, they would make me, they play you tough, but it's going to have to come down to taking something away from them offensively, whether it's the transition, whether it's the pick and roll, press zone defense. It's going to come something to those type of things. And I think Maryland's defense is going to have to also be the key to winning this game. But the thing is, when we struggle as a team offensively, it puts more pressure on the defense. And I think they have a little more, West Virginia has a little bit more cohesion, and I think they have more of a bench. Because for us, especially watching Julian and Patrick, for example, you're practically your two bigs go out with foul trouble. It doesn't look pretty. So I'm really curious to see what they look like. But this really does have the makings of a great game. The last time we saw these guys was back in 2015. We met in the second round, actually, and we lost that year. And this could be some chance for some payback. It could be. I definitely do think with the committee, they finished below. I think they finished below 500. They did actually, excuse me. But I think the balance of the schedule, like I said, the wins they pulled out, and the depth and talent of the Big 12, I think also played in their favor. So this would be Kevin Willard's sixth March Madness appearance. This will be his third time. Yes, third time, I think, in eighth seed. Painfully, I think his record so far is a disappointing 1-5.
Bullshit.
So that will change today. But yeah, I'm excited for these guys. I'm happy for them. I just said today, tomorrow. That'll change tomorrow. There'll be two. They will surprise West Virginia. But I definitely can see the Maryland Terrapins surprising West Virginia tomorrow. Now, painfully, whatever happens tomorrow, we have to be prepared for the number one ranked school in Alabama. I think Texas A&M will give them a run for their money, but we all know Alabama's going to win that game. But I'm going to say the Maryland Terrapins surprise the number 9 West Virginia Mountaineers 79-70.
Guaranteed.
And it's also kind of interesting to point out that only one media member picked Maryland compared to Jay Blitz. I think the whole list, everybody picked West Virginia. And I think that should give some motivation. Let's also, just really real quick, look at tomorrow's first round matchups. Number 4 West Virginia versus Fulham. That should be a good game. I have Virginia winning that game. Utah State and Missouri. That should be a good game. I have Utah State in one bracket, upsetting number 7 Missouri. But they made a couple brackets. That's a sleeper. Number 16 Howard and Kansas. Kansas that'll be. I don't want to say a blow, but we all know. I feel like you could have gave me something better than that, but that's okay. San Diego State versus Charleston. I have San Diego State beating Charleston. The number 2 Arizona versus Princeton. I have Arizona beating Princeton. Number 8 Arkansas versus Illinois. Number 9 Auburn versus Iowa. Duke versus Oral Roberts. Boise State versus Northwestern. Number 2 Texas versus number 15 Colgate. Number 1 Houston versus Northern Kentucky. Number 13 Lafayette versus number 4, Tennessee. Number 10, Penn State versus number 7, Texas A&M. And UNC at Asheville versus number 2, UCLA. And then that is just the plethora of first-round games. So we're underway for tomorrow. And then we got the weekend games, obviously Saturday and Sunday. And then the second round starts Saturday. So you got games tomorrow and Friday for the first round. They're really getting to the meat and potatoes Saturday and Sunday. Other than that, man, let's get into the final message for this episode.
Incoming message.
Thoughts are running through my mind, so I took some time to find a minute or two to organize them.
Again, tomorrow is the start of March Madness. I hope everyone filled out their brackets. March Madness for me always is an opportunity where, for those who've never to take it all in, you've gotten to this point in your collegiate career, and this is a moment you should definitely take in and enjoy. But don't celebrate so fast. Celebrate the moment and then get ready for the next matchup. I remember a few years ago when the number 1 ranked school, Virginia, was upset by UMBC. Anything can happen like that tomorrow or Friday. So we have to be prepared for that. I don't see the upsets like that, but I do see some surprises. But this has to make us to be a great March Madness. Not a lot of things really stand out. I don't like, again, I wish we could space on some of these games, but it's cool. I think it's really going to be great to watch. So let me know y'all thoughts. Who are you looking for to in the first one? That school dog. Like I said, there's a couple underdogs for me in there. I think Baylor might surprise some teams. Maybe Fulman can try to probably surprise some people, but for me, I think most of the upsets come in the second round. That's my prediction. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Be tuned in for future episodes. Like I said, you'll see the Maryland women's preview versus Holy Cross. You'll also see the WNBA mock draft 2.0, NFL mock draft 2.0, NFL offseason talk, and I'm going to recap some of the games for round 1 for the men's and women's. The women's actually starts Friday. Am I saying that correctly? Yes. So just be tuned in for those episodes. But until then, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. Please like, comment as well, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace. Stay out.
The following is a presentation of Zagnif Productions, LLC. Introducing Zagnif Apparel. Our comfortable line of leisure wear and athletic wear will have you comfortable and stylish at any occasion. Whether you're at the gym, out shopping, or just relaxing at home. Whether you're an athlete or just want to lay around the house, we've got the perfect outfit for you. Stop by our website today and pick up your favorite pieces. Zagnif Apparel. Dress like you're already famous. Thank you for tuning in to Big Nate Sports Talk. If you enjoyed that episode and you want to see more content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bring your sports game on Big Nate Sports Talk. It's on all the time, anytime.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you, yeah. I want to thank you. Ooh. For all the times you put up with me. Thank you. And you helped me retain my sanity. Thank you. I want to thank you. And I want to thank you. All I want to do is say thank you for everything you do.